And welcome back to BLOCKTV, where every day our team members, and specifically Zachy, scour the World Wide Web for the best offerings on crypto and blockchain. And today, luckily for us, once again, Zachy Hennessy with Suck My Blockchain.
Hello.
Hey.
How you doing?
Oh my God, tremendous.
Me too. Guess who's coming to lunch? Leading up to, it's a command. It's a very imperative statement.
No, you got me there. You had me. Yeah, you got me.
Leading up to the midday banquet of the century, Mr. Justin Sun and Mr. Warren Buffett, Sun has announced yet another name on his guest list.
Woohoo!
So far, he's invited the head of Binance's charity fund, Helen Hai, the CEO of crypto payments firm Circle, Jeremy Allaire, and Charlie Lee, the creator of Litecoin. Now, most recently, Sun has invited Yoni Asia, the head of eToro, to join in on the festivities.
Ooh, I do hope Yoni says yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It'd be nice for him.
Very much so.
I gotta say, I hope for the sake of Mr. Buffett that he's bringing some of his own friends, because otherwise he may be stuck in a situation similar to when your wife invites all of her work friends over to your house for dinner and Scrabble, and you don't know any of them, but they all know your wife really well, and you have to try to play catch up on getting to know them. Only in this case, you also just met your wife for the first time, and they're all going to be trying to tell you about their fantasy Scrabble league and why fantasy Scrabble is the best thing ever, and how each person's approach to fantasy Scrabble is slightly different from the others, and they're all wearing t-shirts and blazers, and your back is hurting because you're 1 billion years old.
Zachy, you got to get out more. You really got to get out more. But yeah, just like that, Zachy Hennessy back in 1952.
Listen, Buffett, bring your posse. I know he has a posse, and he's
he has a posse. You know he has a posse. But anyway, I would love to be a fly on the wall on that dinner. I think all of us would.
I'd like to be a fly on the food.
Okay, what else is out there? Yes.
This post worked its way up to my front page on Reddit today. He says, not much, but will be converted to BTC. It's a big old pile of ones. Now, as you can imagine, looking at such a big pile of ones brought on some jeers, some gaffes, if you will, in the comments. The most popular sentiment was commented by Francisco Verde, who said, "Did your shift end at the strip club? Look, just because you end up with a big pile of ones doesn't mean you're working the pole. Doesn't mean you're riding the steel pillar. Doesn't mean you're straddling the stainless tower."
But come on, let's be honest, make one think you do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maybe he's a drug dealer or a child with a lemonade stand. Who can truly say? Nobody, not me, not you.
So many frightening ways that this can go right now, so let's just move on.
Sure.
Yes.
So to wrap up,
yes,
we've got an excerpt from the most recent episode of The Libra Show, wherein one Mr. Sherman had this to say.
History of the dollar. At first, it was based on how much gold we had in reserves. Then, and only when we got an ounce of gold, did we print $35. Then we started printing more than we had in reserves. Then we got to the point where we made it non-redeemable, and now the dollar is valuable. Gold is, it's an interesting thing. It's a nice thing to have. But nobody says, I'm not interested in having U.S. dollars because they're not tied to gold. If Zuckerberg can replicate that, then he can do what only the U.S. government can do, and that is print a reserve currency. They've promised that they won't do that, but that it'll always be one-to-one. But Ms. Pister, is that promise from Facebook binding on the Libra committee?
No, the association could, with a 2/3 majority, change that.
And if they change that, that means they get to print money. Well, that would be quite an incentive to...
Dude, I mean, there are many things one can say about Sherman, but he does usually give, the best bits of television. Yes, you were going to say. It's a very good point.
It has wider implications, thinks Redditor Cedric the, missing the entertainer here, who says he makes a good point why Libra is a problem for the U.S. government and Bitcoin is not. The Libra Association can just print money, Bitcoin cannot. It's a fixed supply. As such, it cannot just print more, therefore less of a problem for the US Gov. It is based on this reasoning that I am starting my own currency called Zachy Bits. There is only one Zachy Bit. It is me. I am fungible, I am decentralized, and I am a token that can be traded and tracked on the blockchain, and the US government has no reason to fear me because you can't just print more of this. This is one of a kind. Get in while you can. You cannot buy parts of me, by the way. It's all or nothing.
I was about to ask. This is the whole shebang, right?
It's the whole thing.
I can't slice you up.
You're in it to win it. Okay. You can't just go for the left pectoral. You got to go for the whole deal.
I was gunning for the ponytail. But no, look, I think, what's it called? It's a Zachy?
A Zachy Bit.
A Zachy Bit.
Yeah.
But it's a Zac bit. Okay,
yeah.
Fine. It's a Zachy bit. Zachy, I want to thank you. I'm enlightened. I'm far smarter than I was, and I'm sure everybody watching this is. That was Suck My Blockchain. We'll be right back.
For more news and updates, follow us on Twitter.